What up, you guys? Good morning. So just woke up and it was amazing somewhat. We ended up sleeping, camping out in the car. Today we're meeting up with another YouTuber. Yes, can't say who it is yet, but you guys wait and see. So I'm gonna get ready. Got done taking a quick shower, but here's our living area where we camped at last night. This is where we camped out. Got everything in here, spread out the bed, made it lay down, put the seats down, laid the blankets out, put all the camera gears in the front. Yeah, so we ended up camping out. You know, where's it at? Walmart. All right, so car's all packed up, back to where it is. Have our camera gears, drones, ready to go. About to go meet up with the second YouTuber. So let's go take it. Let's go see who it is. I was.
Are you?
What's up, you guys? So we're here at Antelope Canyon, and special guest today is. Woo!
So, we got told not to record, but.
Cut!
Do this one, okay?
Yeah.
It's like Michael 2 times.
This is Michael.
Michael 2
Michael
times.
B. Michael B.
Squared.
This is MB.
What's up, you guys? What's going on? It's your boy Michael McGay here. So we are in Page, Arizona today. So we thought we'll go crazy and do Michael 2 times. Go ahead. I'd like to introduce the one and only.
Alright, what's up, everybody? My name's Michael Belser. If you don't know, I make YouTube videos about everything and anything in my life. But yeah, that's pretty much all I do. Full-time teacher by trade, and by nighttime, I'm a filmmaker.
Yeah. Alright, so
Not as good as Michael. I'm just a rookie. I'm the towel boy to him. That's all I do. You know the people that hold the spit cups for the NBA players? That's me to him, just catching everything for him.
But if the team wins, they still get a ring.
That's true. Well, I wanted to shoot a vlog with Mike, but we weren't able to shoot. And where we were going, we went to Antelope Canyon. They told us not to film. Me being the rookie, I took that serious and didn't film. But some cool things we did hang out, and they taught me a little bit about taking pictures, the ISO, the f-stops, and all that kind of stuff as well. So they taught me as I was learning, and that was a lesson they taught me as well. Don't ever listen. I just keep filming and stuff like that as well. So I learned a lot from them today, and now we're just at the coffee shop getting some coffee and just reminiscing and talking and catching up. Never met, so it's our first time meeting.
Yeah, it's first time meeting today, so it was crazy. It was crazy because how I came across Michael was that one of the followers on my page messaged out to me and said, "Hey, you should do a video with Michael." I was like, "Wait, you just said myself." Then he's like, "No, Michael Pazaric." I was like, "Oh!" So it was like kind of confusing at first. Then checked out his page and reached out to him a while back ago, and because someone in the audience, you know, the viewers, found another native vlogger, and his name is Michael, just like me, you know, double Michaels. Woo.
It was actually like a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was like 4 or 5 months ago or something like that.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, because they were like, hey, because when they reached out to him, someone, I didn't ever heard of him. And then when they told me about him, we kind of just got in contact and stuff, and I started following him and stuff like that. And let me tell you, this guy right here, he is like legit. I'm not even trying to like gas him up or anything, but like everything that I've seen is like, he's up there. So I'm like, after that, I just follow him on his Instagram and all that kind of stuff as well, and just follow like his journey as well and just his stories. So I really, he's goals. That's all I gotta say.
So checked it up on Google. Got a 4.6 stars here. So we check it out. I got a caramel macchiato. Yeah. What you drinking?
I'm just straight black coffee for me.
So, you know me, I'm all about tech, camera gears, and everything. So I know a lot of you guys message me what kind of camera gear I have. So that's why we decided to break it down. Michael, start off. What kind of camera gear are you using to make your videos?
At the moment, I am using a Canon M50. I literally just bought it like a week ago, and I shot my first video on that specific camera a week ago. I bought it and I shot on it. Literally, I didn't even charge the battery or anything like that. I literally put the mic on there and went to town on that. But before that, I used the Canon T5, and that was used when I bought it and stuff like that. And then the good old cell phone.
Oh, hell yeah. Yes, there's nothing wrong about shooting with a cell phone. I do it a lot. Like a lot of the Australia vlog I did was all shot on cell phone. There are some that's on my Nikon and drone footage, but you can do anything on whatever camera gear you have.
Yeah.
What got you into doing videos? That's a major question that everybody asks me, and you probably get it a lot.
I get it a lot, yeah.
So what made you start doing videos?
So there's the 3 parts to this, and I break it down because a lot of people ask me that as well. The first part is when I was in college, like I was telling you guys, we did skits. I was the actor and all that kind of stuff. I thought that was cool. And then the second one, I did a video about this as well, was YouTube in general. Like I love YouTube, and one of my videos is how I fell in love with YouTube, or actually it's called How I Fell in Love, but I think everybody but it's all about me loving YouTube. Okay? And it just talks about how I came across YouTube and stuff like that. And so I literally was in my room one day and I was laying on the bed and I was flipping through YouTube, and I came across a couple of channels and stuff, and actually I shared the story with her, Natalie. I came across her channel, and I was like, dang, she's from where I'm from, and she's doing what I want to do, and nothing's stopping her. And the one thing that stopped me was I didn't have a camera.
Yeah.
And she was using her cell phone, and then literally I sat down, and that was the day I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And the very next day I started shooting videos and stuff like that.
Hell yeah. Alright, so now to my gear, you guys. Everybody's been asking me. I think I showed it a couple of times on my vlog, but nothing really specific or anything down to details. When I first started off, I started off on my cell phone, and eventually, you know, it's just like, don't have a lot of money. I'm not that rich. You know, it's hard to get gear because the gears are so expensive nowadays, but you know, you just gotta work at it and save up. Saving is key. So like one of I like to shoot is a Tamron 70-200 millimeter 2.8. So this is one of my favorite lenses. I love to shoot because I do a lot of photography and videography. And oh yeah, that's another thing. A lot of people don't know what I'm going to school for.
Tell them, Michael, what are you going to school for?
What am I going to school
Let
for?
me ask the question, Michael.
Okay.
What do you go to school for?
I am going to school at IAIA, the Institute of American Indian Arts. So I just finished my first year there. I transferred there from Haskell Indian Nation University. Yes, Haskell alumni. But I am going to school for cinematic arts, so becoming a filmmaker. So let me rephrase that. I am a filmmaker. I always love to tell stories, you know, shoot pictures, videos, anything. I love technology, and one thing that kind of pushed me down towards that route was that as indigenous people, we don't have a voice in the media yet. And I know it's more and more that we're slowly getting up to the times, and I want to change that. So I saw a statistic about Native film voice, you know, having Native perspective in the films industry, and I think it was like less than 1%. Which was crazy, yes.
That's crazy.
Another statistic I saw was education-wise. I think it was like 14% Native American has any associate degree. Then it dropped down to 7% who has a bachelor's degree or more.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I figure one way to change that is get into it, make your own voice, and try to change that. That's the reason why I went for school for filmmaking, is to change and tell our side of the story. I have Native Americans show their point of view in filmmaking. Now back to gear, you guys. About a year ago, I bought a GoPro. It's not the latest and greatest. I know they're at 7 now. This is actually a GoPro 3 or 4. So I started off with the GoPro. I got it about a year ago. It's like a GoPro 3. So it shoots 4K, which is good. Nice slow motion. I got it because I want to do more underwater camera sequence, and so this is really good. I like it, and I don't think I'm going to be upgrading pretty soon. They're really durable.
One of the questions I've had and have been asked to me, and I've had a problem with in the past as well, is like, once I have a camera and once I have everything that I need to get started, whether it's my cell phone or a camera, handheld camera, whatever, what's the next thing I should start investing or learning how to do to enhance my filmmaking?
Okay, so the first thing I say is self-confidence is number one key, because I know a lot of people on CmanVlogga asked me a question when I met up with them on a Q&A. Link, we'll send the link below. CmanVlogga.
You did a Q&A?
Yeah.
How come I haven't seen this video?
Oh, what's going on, you guys? We are here with special guest, CmanVlogga! Yay!
Oh yeah, the CmanVlogga here with a what do you call this? A Q&A collab. Passing on.
He asked me, I see you out there vlogging in the middle of nowhere, just holding your camera up in front of people, and I know he has a couple of trouble with that, and I know other people does too, just being shy, but.
Then that was like an actual question like I was thinking of about you, like, because you're out there and like you're in public doing these vlogs and talking, it's like you're well seasoned at it, and I'm like, oh my God, man. Because I just had a video where I was talking about like, I'm so fearful of that type of stuff. Like,
how I see it, make good content, who cares who's gonna watch it, because no matter what, you're gonna be posting it up anyways, and a lot of people are gonna be seeing it. So it's hard at first, but just try to build it up. If you're not comfortable, try it in your own home or with your family around, start off by yourself. Then next thing you'll start doing it around your family, because then you start building up that trust and that confidence. Then once you're done, take it outside in public and start doing it. And that's one way to build up. Cell phone, you can do a lot with it. Learn about your camera angles. There's a lot of tutorial videos online that you can watch how to do cinematic, like the rule of thirds, the 180, and the depth of field, and how to create all these different
I'm learning.
technical stuff. So I'll leave a couple of links on the bottom for you guys can watch that I watch. And you can learn a lot from those. As soon as you start doing that, you can start learning into transitioning, which is like quick pannings and ups and downs and just editing process. Another thing is that computer-wise, a lot of people ask, what do you edit on? I edit on Premiere Pro, but I always didn't. I never started on that first. The first one I started was not iMovie. Windows Movie Maker. Yes, that's old school.
That's old.
Then I moved up to iMovies. Then from there I went to Pinnacle Avid. First one, self-confident. 2, learning transition. 3, learn the tricks, the 180 rules and the technical rules. As soon as those are guidelines, those are not, you should base your film around. Once you learn those guidelines, you can learn how to break them and start your own style. So yeah.
Yes, just to add on to that, a couple of things. First of all, confidence. Yeah, confidence is probably the biggest thing, because literally we're sitting right now in the public, people looking at us, we're in the middle of a coffee shop, cameras pointing at us, people looking at us, and when I first started, I would have been like, hi guys, but now I could care less. Yeah, like
slowly. I'm filming.
But it does take time. Like in my head, mentally, I just tell myself, I care less. Really, honestly, you got to get to a point in your life where you're just like, you know what? I'm not here to please you. I'm here to better myself in this craft that I'm learning as well. So self-confidence is self-confidence in yourself, not other people putting it inside you as well. So you have to know that as well. The next thing, editing. So like editing tools. Michael said, he started out with Windows 1, Windows Maker, and then the other, and then now he's at Premiere Pro. I think sometimes we get stuck, like we had to have the best all the time. We don't really have to have the best. Like I started out with literally iMovie like he did, and then I moved into a little bit more, but literally I made at least half of mine on iMovie on my YouTube channel and stuff like that, and on my phone as well. My iPhone has iMovie, and so you can use your phone as well. So one of the things that I learned just this very little time I've had with these guys, probably like what, 2 hours, 3 hours tops that we've been together, but knowing your basics, just like know your basic stuff first before you start doing all the fancy stuff that we want to do and stuff. And I equate this because I'm a teacher, like I said, but people that struggle in school always lack fundamentals. And so if you want to be a great filmmaker, learn the fundamentals, then you can build upon that as well. And that's any kind of thing in your life as well. You learn the fundamentals, and that's what you build upon, because you can't build upon something that isn't sturdy. And so learning what 30 frames per second is, 24 frames per second, 60 frames, and all these other stuff like that, and just learning the basic stuff and understanding that, then you can start building that stuff on there as well. Yes. This is how quick, like literally we sat down, and Michael here, they already knew. They're just like, all right, it took them less than a minute to get everything set up. And if I was gonna do it, I'd been like, okay, let me get this first. But they were so fluent and it was so fast, and that's why I brought up learn your basics. Because like literally, they were so quick. They were just like, even when they were taking pictures, they were just like ta 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 ta. So yeah, learn basics.
Basic is key. Yes. So like technical, it sounds nerdy, but to be honest, nerds rule the world. Just saying it, throwing it out there. But it gets boring at some times watching some tutorials that put you to sleep. But just constantly keep on watching it, or just hearing it. So like what I do a lot, I'll play tutorials and crank up the volume, and I'll be cleaning up the house and just listening to it, because constantly you just start sinking it in without you even knowing it. Then you go back and watch the same video, like, oh, so that's what they're talking about. So it does sink in.
And one thing that I had to struggle with, and just to inspire some of you guys, learn to love the grind. Like, I think so much, and I got caught up in this in the beginning, that when I started putting content out there on YouTube, I wanted instant gratification. I wanted my channel to go from 500 to 10,000 overnight. And that's what I wanted. And I learned after a while that it's not going to get there until I learned, like I said, the basic storytelling, learning how to set things up and stuff like that as well. And just being able to love that grind of learning and being better each and every single day, and understand that it's just like life. You progress, and everything else is going to grow and grow and grow the more that you put into it. And the biggest problem is ourselves most of the time. We stop ourselves 90% of the time because we're scared and we don't want to do things that make us uncomfortable. But I think being comfortable with being uncomfortable, as cliche as that is so true. Like, you have to be able to be uncomfortable to grow in anything in life. Yeah. And then I'm a coach as well at basketball and football and stuff. And one of the things I tell them all the time is, if you're comfortable, you're not growing at all. Like, you can't grow and be a better person physically, mentally, spiritually, everything in your life if you're just comfortable, because there's no progression. Anytime someone becomes stronger in an athlete or faster, they had to be able to tear muscles to grow it, for it to rebuild. And I think that's just something that we have to learn with filmmaking and anything in life, and just be able to be uncomfortable and just put yourself in situations to grow as well.
Definitely. So like I said, word of encouragement, just get out there and do it. That's the only way you're gonna be out there. Like he said, don't expect successful being right off the bat. You gotta trip and fall a lot of times, and you gotta fail a lot of times to get better. I didn't get good on where I'm at just by not trying. You need to try out there to learn. That's key number one. Learn how to fail and learn from your mistakes. That's definitely proof. Another one is that, especially going on to YouTube, making videos like this, everybody is self-confident and they're like, oh, what if I do this? I can't do that. People's gonna say no. Forget all that. Do what makes you happy. That's the reason why we're on here, and that's the reason why we are making films, because we want to show our side, like how we see the world through our eyes, pretty much. Wherever you make content, wherever you put on it, that's an expression of yourself that you're putting out there to show the world who you are. So don't just do it for the fame and the money, do it for what you want to do. Do it because you love to do it. Like me, I love making film. I just love it. Like, I cannot picture myself doing anything else. When you do video, it's always fun, you know. It brings you everywhere. The best thing, how I say, for Native American, we need to get out there, we need to put our voice out there, and we need to collab, help other natives out. So that's why, shit, once I learned about Michael here, and Natalie, Jacob, all these guys, Cordell, you know, I was, hell yeah, I was like, let's do it. They said, let's do a collaboration, you know, CmanVlogga, he was my first collaboration, we did it. You know, it's always good to help your fellow natives out. Like, I did a video with him, and I told him, hey, let's get these natives out here, let's get these YouTubers going, we need more presence on YouTube, or we need just social media. Get out there and show your voice. Collaboration is key, especially with Native Americans, you know, help out your fellow natives.
Yeah, like what Michael said, it's so weird sometimes when I call other people Michael. Does it?
Yeah,
it's like Michael.
Two times.
Michael squared.
Michael to the second.
But what he said is collaboration. Like, it's so funny though. Like, I would have never met Michael, Natalie, or Chastity, and Norman. Norman, if you guys know who Norman is. I don't know. You know who Norman?
Yeah, I know who Norman is.
And all these other people. And I met some Instagrammers as well that are pretty big, and they're native as well. But I would have never met them if I didn't decide to run with the passion that I like, doing filmmaking and stuff like that as well. And you know what's funny, and I think it's interesting, every person I did a video with has something that I've grown as a person as well. I've taken something from every one of them and I applied it to my life and in my storytelling on my channel and everything as well. So every time I meet up with someone, it's always fun because I always learn about them, obviously, but I also learn better myself and my craft and everything, just anything like that. So yeah, collaborate with people, you can learn.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, follow your passion, even though it sounds cliche, again, follow your passion, learn how to fail, but learn by your mistakes. That's the best thing I have to say. And if you're gonna do videos like any other native YouTubers, you know, or any other natives that's watching it, that want to get out there and make films, but you're scared, just get out there and do it. Because, you know, like we just did it. You know, I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's put it out there. Try it. You never know where it's gonna take you. Look, see, it took me here in Page, Arizona. Got to meet Michael. Got to meet a lot of other native people. So it's amazing. You'll be surprised where it takes you. So just get out there and just do it.
Do it.
Yeah. Don't forget your roots.
Don't forget your roots.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready. Yeah. All right. I was like trying to think. 1, 2, okay, here we go.
What's going on, you guys? Your boy Michael Gay here. So we have a guest here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Fernanda Lewis, and I'm from South Arizona on the Thon Reservation.
Yeah, so she's a viewer. Spot me here on campus at IAIA. So if you guys are around, be shy. You know, I'm walking around. Don't be shy. Come up. I don't bite. But yeah, so thanks again. So just look out for the vlog.
Okay. Thank you.